Hey everybody, I hope you're having a fantastic day. My name is Mr. Nono and we are on the AdventureCraft server. Now, a lot of time has passed, I'm not going to lie. I've been a little bit behind on videos due to the fact that I've been moving, but we have settled down and we are finishing some projects. And one big project we have done is basically plant a whole forest behind us. This must look different from last video, and it was a big project. Look at all those trees, but look at this forest. This forest is probably not the best out there in the world, but for me this is the first time I've ever done a lot of custom trees. As you may know, the Tree of Harmony was my first custom tree I've ever done. Now this is kind of stepping outside my comfort zone for sure. So I think what we're going to do today is we're going to finish off this landscape, make it look a little bit more like the Tree of Harmony, fill this in with grass so it just looks full and complete, maybe put some beehives to have some bees everywhere. But first we have to do one other thing, and I think we're going to upgrade the shop. If we come into the general store, and what is, oh, who is this horse? Is this Scooter? This is Allison's horse. Why is Allison's horse outside my shop? Well, Scooter, hope you're enjoying the general store, but if we head up into the general store, you'll notice one thing. We have every color of wool, but it's kind of hard to get in because of the fact these invisible picture frames. You can already see someone's broken one, they put it back, but what we're going to do is we're going to replace all of these barrels with shulker boxes. So I'm actually live right now on twitch.tv/Mr_Nono, and what we did is we did a bunch of end city raiding to get a bunch of shulker shells so that we can change all of these. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to rename all these shulker boxes, put them in place of the barrels, and then it will make it so much easier for people to grab things. But let me check the profits in the store. I haven't checked this out in a while. So we'll start at the bottom again. 4 diamonds on lanterns alone. We're already off to a good start. No one's bought any glowberries, to be fair. You don't really need a whole lot to buy. Now for the front store stuff, iron is selling. That is perfect. My iron has been down lately, so that's pretty good to see. No one's bought stone, and no one needs deep slate, so that's kind of slacking. But if we move up to the wool, this is where I feel like the most is gonna come. Nope. No orange. 4 diamonds. That's what we're looking for. We're looking for the profits. And I think, oh my, we are getting there. Oh, well, someone took 1 extra stack. That's fine. We've made a lot of diamonds. Oh my gosh, we're up to 16. We haven't even checked this side. I think I checked that one already. But, oh, 2 diamonds. Wow, I think we hit it off. With this trip to the general store, we made 23 diamonds. That's a lot of diamonds. Now, to be fair, I actually don't go mining on this server a whole lot, so getting diamonds from the general store is really my only source of income. Oh, I broke that picture frame off. But I'm going to go ahead and replace this quickly, and it'll look brand new. Now that all the barrels are switched with shulker boxes of each color of wool, it looks so much cleaner. It will be easier for people to come in and see what they're picking. We did refill everything in the shop, so everything should be refilled for wool wise. I'll quickly refill the bottom of the shop off camera here, but I think we're going to move on to our next project. For this video, there is a lot that I do have planned, and hopefully I can get it done in one video. But the next thing we're going to quickly take care of is the Spruce Forest. What we need to do is we need to make it look alive and bring some life to it. So get some grass, maybe some berries, and get that all done. So I'm going to clean up my inventory. Ow! I just ran into the crane. But I think we're going to go get some bone meal, some flowers, and maybe some bees. Put some lampposts across the pathway and get this place looking alive. With just the trees, there's not much. We need to add some bushes like that there, and it will kind of fill this area in, making it look like a dense forest. So let me go sleep real quick and we'll get on to that project, and I'll tell you guys what we'll be doing for the second half of the video, because I think that's probably the most exciting part of today. But just looking at the difference from the left and the right, you can already tell that the grass just adds a lot more, and it also hides some of these spots where I have to put glowstone. Now, not all of this is going to be grass. We are going to have some bushes, like over here. I do have an oak leaf bush, and I think that matches well with the spruce, so not everything looks like spruce and dark. So we'll add some of those scattered around here. I have a spot here that I'm going to put some, but basically I'm just going to bone meal this whole entire area and just break any tall grass and put bushes where I see bigger spots where I can't put trees. But I'm going to finish this right side off and we'll see what it looks like when it all comes together. Now with the grass complete, it really makes this look like an actual forest. We have bushes in different areas. I think I added some more, yeah, up here, some kind of in the distance, so they're not real close to the path. And then we added some foliage to the side of the blacksmith. I may do some back here, and you're probably asking, what is this hole right here? Oh shoot, it's a trap. So with all the mobs defeated in this trap, we basically just have an empty area. And this area is actually where I'm going to put the auto sorter system for the blacksmith. So here will be full of chests, it'll be automatically sorted, and we won't have to do anything. There might be an automatic smelter here as well, so that ores that are not smelted will come in, smelt, and then they'll get sorted again. So that might be a nice job to do. A lot of redstone I'll have to plan. I don't know if this area will be big enough, but it's a great start. I just put it under the blacksmith for a project we can do sometime, but we're far from here, so let me try to get out of here. Perfect. First try. I think one last detail I need to add other than the lamppost is I wanted to put another one of those cranes here. And this crane is going to be here because we need it to make it look like they're offloading goods to the city. So basically, I'm going to use probably the exact same crane. There's nothing wrong with it. I kind of like it. It's basic, it's easy. So I'll probably fill in one right here. You've already seen me build it once. I think you saw me build this one. So let me just fast forward and get that done. And then I'll show you kind of what the lampposts are going to look like when we put them in. I don't know if it's something that I did, but I looked over the footage and it's all gone. Everything that I did about the lampposts are all gone. They're all corrupted. So I have no video to show you guys what I kind of did other than the final result. So I guess I'll just show you guys that now. But we added these lampposts, and the clip that got corrupted was me showing you what lamppost designs we were going with and what we were comparing them to. But honestly, I do like this design that I chose. I was going to go with the deep slate version where it was a little bit darker. We were going to have deep slate on the bottom instead of the barrel. But because the land is so green and vibrant, I think the deep slate would have stood out and it would have made it look so dull. So we ended up going with these lanterns. Now my only concern is I think I put too many. I think I went a little bit overboard with the lanterns, especially in the center part. I wanted to put ones on each side. I like two on, I guess, the entrances of coming to the Tree of Harmony. But then I also have posts going all the way up the pathway. Leave a comment letting me know if you think I added too many and if I should get rid of some, because yeah, they're kind of all over the place, but honestly I do like it. But I think the forest really has a good example of what these lanterns can do. When you're walking down the pathway along these trees, it just looks amazing, and honestly I'm glad that this place is done because it just adds extra detail. Now you can see I still haven't built the crane yet. I do need to get that done. I do have the hologram version of it to see where I want to build it. This just allows me to make sure I've placed it in the right spot, and I think this is where it's going to be. But I'm probably going to tackle that now to get it done so that we can work on the next project of this video. And I think you guys will be super excited for that because I know I am. And I think the other adventurers are going to like this plan too. Well, this just in, and the crane is installed and it looks great. So now once we put a ship there, it will look like we're offloading goods into the ship from the mine when we have the railway system here. That's going to be something for a later video because I think I'm going to be done with this area. I've spent probably 2 days building all these trees off camera on stream, and building this area pretty much took a week of my time, especially with other things going on in my life. But I think we need to work on something else that's not here. So as you may know, AdventureCraft is a server filled with a lot of other streamers or YouTubers, and we like to do some stuff together and make some content, but I want to build something to invite the adventurers over to my base so we can have some fun, and that involves this cave right behind me. And you're probably asking, Mr. Nono, what are you going to do to make people come to your base to have some fun in a cave? And once you get down there, you can see what we'll be able to do once we go around this corner. Oh, there's a creeper over there. So this cave is probably one of the deadliest places on my base because none of it is lit up. So constantly mobs are spawning, so I'm going to be as careful as possible. Look, there's a skeleton right there waiting for me. Yeah, bye-bye. Ah, he hit me still. What? Okay, now that he's dead. So, oh, is there anything gonna come behind me? But basically what we're gonna do is we're gonna light up this area, and I want to make a ravine parkour. It took me some time, but I finally got the new drip leaf added into the game. So we're gonna clean up this area, maybe light it all the way down to about here so that mobs don't spawn. And then we will be able to clean this area up and actually make a nice parkour with drip leaf. I'm kind of excited for that because the drip leaf will add another feature where if you stand on it too long, you'll just fall off and have to restart. So I'm going to get started on lighting up this area and cleaning it up so people can get down here with no problem and mobs don't spawn, because I'm constantly having to fight my way through here. And if I want to invite people over, I don't want them to be stuck with arrows like I am. So let's clean this up, maybe add some more wooden beams across to look like it's holding up the structure, and then we'll get started with cleaning up the ravine so that we can make it a parkour. After a few hours of mining and using TNT to make the caves a little bit bigger, we finally have more posts in to give that effect that they're kind of holding up the cave. And I do need to do some texturing and fill in some spots that are kind of awkward, that one especially. But this is all going to get redone and retextured. And as you go down into the cave, it will become more of a dripstone feel. But honestly, I really love this. Just walking through it just makes it feel so grand and so nice. And as you come out, we have another one of the main beams with the fence posts just to add that, and we will fill this area too. This is another awkward spot that I need to do. But going down, we have lit up this whole entire area so that mobs don't spawn. At least I hope mobs won't spawn. But going down in the ravine, this is the next project. We need to finish this off, and it is a long process, and I'm hoping to have it done. I think I'll have it done. Either that or it might be a two-parter. So I think what I'm going to go do is grab some resources and probably lay out a base of kind of how I want the floor to be, or maybe how I want the easy parkour to be. I don't know how I'm going to start this. I've kind of looked at it and I've thought of different ways, but I'm going to have to see whatever comes easier. So I just have to head up to the surface here, grab my shulker boxes full of resources, and we'll head down there and I will start trying to build. We still have a lot of spruce wood, a lot of dark oak. These are some extra stuff that I've mined, so we should have lots of resources to do this project. Once I get a bit of it done, I'll make sure to show you guys what it looks like. At least I want to get done the exterior of the cave, and then maybe we will do the parkour version of it next episode, and then we'll be able to invite the adventurers over. But let's see how much we can get done. So I think I did this a little bit backwards. I know I was going to do the walls and the floor of the parkour room first, but I kind of did the parkour itself, and you could probably see all these blocks and you're like, what the? But as you continue down, we have a little pathway that will bring you to the start of the course for anybody that's walking. I'm hoping to have a train system down here that will just drop you off and then go, but we have two different platforms for this parkour. We do have a beginner platform. I thought I heard something behind me, but we do have a beginner platform and we do have an intermediate platform. My plan is to probably theme this cave, maybe add like a dripstone section, maybe try to make my own lush caves inside, and then just do stuff like that as you walk down. But let me show you the parkour itself. So the beginner one is obviously pretty easy. I wanted to make it so people can do it no problem. And right here, there's a fork that kind of splits, so there is a more advanced but still kind of beginner, and then just a simple couple block jumps. So there's two ways you can go. Over here I did forget that you can make this from here, but really you're supposed to go over that block. Ooh, but you're supposed to land on this block here so you can just walk down. So I may have to adjust that. But here after you go, you're met with a ladder wall. And this is just basically, you just spiral up the side, just landing on the ladders. Fairly easy. It's just making sure that you don't fall off the edge. And when you get here, this is a slime jump that will put you right to this block. And then from there, it's fairly simple. I did add one one fence post jump in there and right to the ending, just like that. Now for the intermediate one. The intermediate one, or kind of like the expert parkour, even for myself, I have been having problems with it. There's a lot of jumps on there, a lot of edges that you can clip, and that's really the purpose. A lot of this is like you have to have right lineup. So this, the dripstone, you'll actually hit the side of it. So you got to make sure you don't clip the dripstone. Or else you'll fall right there. This one with the ladder being on the side, sometimes people will clip the ladder. And then we have a large 4-block gap, I think, but it does go down. This one throws me off sometimes. I jump a little bit too early. Oh, and right there, I just hit the side. But when you're right here, you just go into a fence post jump, right to these ladders. Hold on to the ladders, and then you have a block right here. And this is about halfway. And then it gets a little bit more confusing as you go down. So you're probably seeing all this stuff and you're like, where do I go? So from here, you're going to take the slime block and land on the drip leaf, get off of it as soon as possible because it's going to fall. And that brings us right to the fence post. From here, we'll cross this up to this block, climb up this ladder, and then basically make our way up to the top of the ravine. And then from here, what you're going to want to do is you're going to hit the slime block back and then land on this ladder. From here, you just simply climb up, and then you're basically almost on the home stretch. We have another fence post to a drip leaf. Make sure to jump off or else you'll fall. To a fence post, to another one, and then this is where sometimes you can clip these little corners when you jump too early or so. Let's see if I can get this. I'm so close. I am so close. There it is, live for you guys. I did mess up a couple times, so that wasn't the first take, but I'll admit that. But we did do the parkour. Now, I don't know if it was the right idea to do the parkour before doing the walls, but I do like everything and all the features we've added. I think I need to add some drip leaf jumps to the beginner parkour because they're not too bad. These ones are really hard because you have to get off real fast onto the ladders. That should just make the beginner one just a little bit more difficult. But we need to clean this place up, make it look presentable. Right now it's not presentable, it's just a cave. So we're going to clean up the beginning part of the parkour and maybe add some hanging lanterns for right now, and we'll see where we're at with that. Well, that took me a bit. I had to gather some resources or else I wouldn't have any materials for this project, and as you can see, I think we have about 15 shulker boxes full of goodies for this project. Everything from cobbled deep slate to andesite to stone and tuff, because my plan is to do a gradient up the walls. Now, I did add this pathway that I'm actually pretty happy with. We have a mix of dark oak and dark oak logs here that are stripped with some spruce stairs, and I think I'm going to put some either cobblestone or deep slate slabs and different blocks here to add as a guardrail for this pathway. You can see we did add a little bit more lanterns, and my plan is to have a lot of lanterns hanging from the ceiling in different spots, but really the first thing I gotta do is gradient or grade this wall, I guess. Everything is so random and I want to make it all uniform. I want all the blocks to be the same but different at the same time. So we'll probably start with a little bit of deep slate at the bottom here, work our way up to some tuff, then we'll move on to some andesite and stone as we go up, and that will add more of like a black to gray scale on the walls, and we'll add like mixtures of different ores. I do have a lot at my base that I can put in there and sacrifice. I'm not really struggling with all the materials, so for ores, so we can sacrifice some coal blocks, iron, and I did have a couple diamond ore blocks that I'm going to put scattered out here. This is going to be a big project, so I'm going to start tearing down some of these walls and replacing them with deep slate so that we can have this looking real nice. I think the hardest part is just going to be getting it all ready for the adventurers to come try it out. But let's work some magic and get this project done. After that quick little time lapse, you can already see this coming together. I did this side on the time lapse and then try to continue on the left side here. And as it's going up, it's just going to get gray all the way to stone. I think I did a little bit too far on this side because I kind of thought the ravine was a little bit higher. I'm not going to lie, so I might have to watch what I'm doing. I think as I get over here, it drops a little bit more. Is that a slime? Is there a slime by me? There might be a slime over there. But it's coming together real nice, and it's making this place look kind of scary and dark. My plan is to put walls like black stone, deep slate walls, maybe some slabs and stuff to kind of shape this and make sure that mobs don't spawn. With the minimum lighting, especially in 1.17, I'll have to make this area fully spawn proof. So we'll do that by putting, again, slabs, maybe pressure plates in areas where people are not going to look, so that if there's no lighting down here, that won't matter. So let me continue getting to this part of the cave here. We may dig this down a little bit deeper because I do have a plan for over here. So far I've only managed to get halfway towards the bridge there, and it's looking really great. Honestly, I kind of like it. I did decide to go with Blackstone because I did have a lot at my disposal, and I think that really adds the black and the gray tones, and it will help work our way up. But I did complete just the floor of Blackstone all the way through, so I just have to kind of mix in some deep slates, I think brick, and then do all the walls going up. So I think I'm going to mainly get done the bottom portion of it with these darker blocks because my inventory gets kind of full with all these different blocks at my disposal, and I've already started working my way up with tough up this pillar here, and I think there's going to be like different like spots where tough kind of comes down and connects with the darker spots to help kind of make it a little bit lighter as you go up. But I think we should just continue and just get at the bottom half all done and then start working on the top half. So let me just finish that and let's go back to another super fast time lapse. After finishing that time lapse, I've added a little bit more tough up the wall of where I'm going to probably put some andesite and stone, but it looks real nice. I might clean up this area back here, but when you come down here, this is all done. Oh, I missed that block. But this is all done over here, so this whole bottom half is pretty much completed. Probably some little bit of details. I have been adding slabs everywhere. I do need to add some fence posts or some walls, I guess, across here. And then we got to make sure that no mobs can spawn. I have been having some problems, as you could see in that time lapse. A creeper blew up and actually destroyed the wall climb here, or the ladder climb. So I had to redo that, and everything still works, so that's all good. Now that 50% of it is pretty much done, I really just have to get the top of it and just kind of work until it's done. So I'm going to quickly get all the blocks I need for that and just kind of go until I complete it, because I really just want to be done this project. So let me go get sorted up here, and we'll probably head into another time lapse of me finishing this top of this build. And then maybe we can go into detail of how we'll finish everything. I didn't end up time-lapsing it, mostly because all I had to do was just get rid of different diorite patches and granite patches and stuff like that, and all the ores, and just fill it in with stone and andesite. So it doesn't look much different, other than it's just kind of, you can probably see there, you have the tough andesite, and then I also have polished andesite as well. So I'll probably continue off camera some of these going up a little bit more to add more to that gradient, just to make it look like it's not just cut in half. But I think that's where I'm going to end the video. Oh, I left a block right there. I think I'm going to end it there, because I have been working on this project for quite some time now, and I do want to take a little break. But all I have to do next is add some glowberries, some foliage, and I think it will bring this place alive. I'm going to probably do that on my stream, so if you're not following me on Twitch, that's twitch.tv/Mr_no. We will finish all this building and maybe add some stalactites and stalagmites on the bottoms and the ceilings of the ravine here, and probably make sure that everything looks great. And then we'll start inviting all the adventurers on, and maybe we'll have some clips to show you in the next video. But I hope you guys had a great day. Thank you for watching this video, and we'll see you guys on the next episode of AdventureCraft. Bye!